first I want to talk about people who are funny and they don't. I like it when things are funny and the people don't know that they're funny. Like they're not trying to be funny. Case in point, one time I went to Wholefoods. I call it Wholefoods because they charge too much money. So I went in to go to the bathroom, right? There's this man, I don't know if he was drunk or what, and he was standing at the bathroom door and y'all are me, he goes like this. I've been waiting more than 10 goddamn minutes. And then I opened the door and there was nobody in there. And he was like, oh. And then he just went right in, right? So I was like, I laughed really hard because that guy wasn't trying to be funny and that was comical to me. Another situation, my mom was a teacher and she's not trying to be funny either. And she taught these like Jerry Springer type kids in Tennessee where I'm from. And she goes, whoever said there's no such thing as a stupid question never met my 6th grade class. And she was like, this thing is harassing me, this cord. Oh my God, quicksand. Teaching the kids one day about how TVs were not invented until the 1950s. They weren't invented until the 1950s. So some kid raised his hand and goes, if TV wasn't invented till the 1950s, what did they do with all the remotes? He was for real. Okay, I'm gonna laugh at my own jokes. Okay, so very quickly, because I have some New York minutes up here. Okay, have y'all ever busted out laughing and people are like, oh, what are you laughing at? And you're like, oh, something that happened in 5th grade or something that happened in elementary school. Do you guys do that?
Yeah.
Or is that only me? Okay, so I want to talk about very quickly 2 assemblies, one from 3rd grade and one from 5th grade, where I busted out laughing, but like I learned things for life. Okay, so when I was in 3rd grade, we had this lady who was a children's writer, and she came and spoke to the whole school. And she told us how like she was a writer and she hated her name. And so she had a perfectly normal name and she hated it. And she changed her name to Crescent Dragon Wagon.
Yeah.
And you can watch her. She's on YouTube now. I looked her up and everything. She's still doing her thing. And so she changed her name to Crescent Dragon Wagon. And Crescent Dragon Wagon taught us this word called comeuppance, where people get what's coming to them. And it was called comeuppance. She had some snobby girl who was her friend who came over to her house and messed something up and it messed up in her face or whatever. And so Crescent Dragon Wagon was like, oh yeah, this girl got her comeuppance. Okay, so let's apply comeuppance towards a 5th grade assembly. So I was in 5th grade, pivotal point of my life. Milli Vanilli got busted for phony baloney when I was in 4th grade. Rodney King, Clarence Thomas, Anita Hill, all that stuff occurred when I was in 5th grade. But anyway, so we had this assembly. Okay, and I was in the hood. I was bussed into the hood, and it was like a school in the projects, and it was called Head. That was the name of the school. So they had this white lady who was an established dancer, and she thought that she was better than she was, and she acted like she was better than everybody else in the whole school. So she came out on stage, and they were interviewing her about her dance career, right? And you all are all the kids in the school, and this lady, this is what this lady did. She wouldn't acknowledge us. She wouldn't look at us. She was like this. Yes, I was a successful dancer. Yes, I was the main character in Swan Lake. I was the main character in The Nutcracker. Yes, and I did this. I've studied ballet, advanced, whatever the fuck. She went into on and on about her career, right? And she wouldn't acknowledge us, wouldn't look at all the kids. And then the moderator asked her, oh, so you make your own uniforms for your dance stuff, for your dance things. And she goes, yes, I'm an established designer. I designed my own clothes for when I played Giselle in Swan Lake and when I was in the Nutcracker. And she was above us. She was better than us, wouldn't even look at us, right? And then the only time she looked at us, and she went on and on, like she's Devil Wears Prada about her clothes. Anyway, so then the one time she acknowledged us, she looked out at the end of the assembly and goes, does anybody have any questions for me? And that was like the first time she acknowledged us. And okay, because we were in the hood, the very first question, somebody asked, very first question for this lady. She was like, do you have questions for me? This kid goes like this. Okay, they called on the kid, and the kid goes, you said you make all your own clothes. And she goes, yes, I did. When I was the main character in this, I designed a beautiful gown. I did this. Do you also make your own bras and your own panties? And he did the motion just like that, out of nowhere. And then the lady, she got her comeuppance. She goes like this. The dancer lady goes. And she just looked like an asshole on stage because she did that. And anyway, so then when the kid asked the question, the teacher came out of nowhere and was like, I think of that out in public and I just start laughing.